This is a recording describing the Chemistry 101 Google Classroom page for EDU's 534 course on virtual learning. So as you can see with the Google Classroom, there have been several posts that have been made. These posts occur in chronological order. So if I go ahead and start to the bottom, the first message that you will see is the welcome to the class. Introducing me as the professor and talking just a little bit about me and my past history that describes my life. Continuing up, there is another post within the stream that describes how to use some of the different tabs, how the stream at the top is for announcements. Then there is also a classwork post, or a classwork tab, that contains materials, which I will go over shortly. Just describes a little bit about some of the different tools on the left side, how there is some AI Gemini on this particular Google Classroom that is new. Also access to a Google Calendar. Go ahead and scrolling up, you can see that there are two posts for each week. The first post is for week 1 on ionic bonding. That contains a nice Bible verse and some directions on what to do for that week. Same thing for week 2. The one thing that I wish Google Classroom did was that there was a way to arrange these posts in the stream to be in chronological order. Currently, there is no way to do that. And so that's my biggest complaint with Google Classroom at this time. Now, going into the classroom portion, you can see I do have class materials that has access to my syllabus. From there, I do have some on-demand resources linked in. There's a link to the American Chemical Society webpage for students in Chemistry 101, as well as access to the CRC Handbook of Chemistry and Physics. Then when we get into the week 1 resources, week 1 is on ionic bonding, and containing inside week 1, there is prompts waiting for classroom responses by the students, similar to the way that we do things at GCU. This one is to explain why crystal lattice energy increases as the charge of the ions increase. Additionally, explain why crystal lattice energy decreases with smaller ion size. Continuing on with the week 1 coursework, there is a second prompt for the students to post to, and then also an area for them to respond to one another and have conversational speech. There is a assignment in here, as well as access to some Kahoots on the topic of interest for this particular week. And then I have also included multiple resources here. Some of them are just college texts, access to some Khan Academies, different things that the students would have to read potentially during the week to be able to complete the required assignments. Then for week 2 is actually very similar. Again, 2 word responses where the students would directly submit their response. This one describes, or is asking the students to describe orbital hybridization, how that affects molecular geometry in covalently bonded molecules, and also how that affects bond angles, discussing the differences in sp3, sp2, and sp hybrids, etc. And then there is also covalent bonding Kahoot, 3 resources here, and then a collaborative teaching assignment where the students will prepare presentations on particular topics and submit those to be critiqued by their fellow peers.